you've got clients that you train online and you got clients that you train in person.
Mhm.
Um, do you offer essentially the same service to both?
So in a perfect world, I would have my clients do online and in person, but obviously
Mm, okay,
people are all over the place
right.
because I want my in-person clients to be able to have something to do when they're not with me. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Because in all reality, if you come to me twice a week, that's great. But what are you doing the rest of the time? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Right.
Oh, that's where I see a lot of people who get upset or disappointed because they're not getting the results they want, but literally the only thing they do is come to me twice a week. So 2 hours out of your, what is it, 100 and something hours a week
Right.
that you have to work out with me. What are you doing the rest of the time? So if, in a perfect world, you would be doing that healthy lifestyle coaching that I do, which is mainly around changing your habits and your nutrition. That's important. But then also, the online training so that you have a blueprint of what to do when you're not with me, and then you train in person. But obviously that's not realistic for the majority of people. So um, there are benefits, there are pros and cons to each one of them. Obviously, online training is more cost efficient and you get more workouts, more programming, you know what I mean? Because with my online training, you can get between 3 and 7 workouts a week with supplementary things and just other homework and stuff that you can do. Online training is great for people who they kind of know what they kind of know what to do. They just don't have a plan. Those are the ones that walk into the gym and they just kind of mess around with one machine, do a couple of squats, play around on the treadmill for a little bit and leave because they don't know what to do. They're not motivated. They don't have a plan to follow. So those people are great for online training. And then with the healthy lifestyle coaching, it's an investment, but you think about it. So it's, $249 a month or something like that. That's $50 a week. Most people spend at least that a week on fast food or junk or whatever, things that are not making them better.
Right.
So the investment is worth it if you want to change your life and change your habits, not just temporarily, but forever. Because the thing that drives me crazy are these diets where people lose a lot of weight really quickly, cost a lot of money, they invest all this money, they look really great, but as soon as that diet or that challenge ends, they gain it all back. And so they didn't learn any habits that they can sustain for the rest of their life. They were just following a strict plan. And then as soon as that plan's over, they're like, I don't know what to do now. So they just go back to where they were and then they gain it all back and then they're depressed again. So I don't want that. I want my clients to have habits where they don't need me anymore. I show them what to do. They get in the groove and then I set them free like little birds and they can do it themselves forever.
The kind of person you're describing who's perfect for it. Back when I was training people, they were the ones who would get a new workout out of a magazine, typically some bodybuilders program, and they would just
Pinterest.
follow that for a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then the next month they switch to somebody else's program or whatever. And
Yeah.
they're basically program hopping. Well, nowadays they're trying workouts that they saw somebody do on social media.
Yep. Yep.
And so every week there's zero continuity. They're not linked together. There's
Yeah.
no sort of progression plan.
That and also Instagram and all these other places that show you workouts that say, this is how to build your dump truck or whatever. They're not doing exercise that are going to build your butt. They're not, they're lying to you.
Right.
So, a lot of these times you'll see these trainers who are like, here, you need to do this. And really it's just, here's a video of me looking really good.
Right.
And then I'm going to show you that and tell you that this is the secret to building a, a, a good butt or abs or whatever. But really in
Right.
reality, it's not that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You build strength and you build size, by lifting heavier and, those little,
Eating more.
yes,
Yeah.
eating more and lifting heavier.
Right.
Most women don't like hearing that. So that's kind of that's a different train of thought that most women are not comfortable with. They don't feel okay increasing their calories.
Okay.
Like if they want to look really good, they think I've got to starve myself. I got to do a ton of cardio. I got to lift light weights a lot instead of I need to do really heavy sets of squats and deadlifts and hip thrusts and all this other stuff. And it's kind of a transition that you need to talk people into a lot of times.